the AI story that suddenly feels bigger than AI. What if the biggest AI story right now is not about a chatbot helping you write faster, create images, or answer questions better? What if the real story is that the US Treasury reportedly wants direct access to an AI model so powerful that the public cannot use it? Bloomberg Law reported on April 14, 2026, that the US Treasury Department's technology team is seeking access to Anthropic's Claude Mythos preview so it can look for flaws itself. One of the most important financial institutions in the world reportedly wants to inspect the model directly. And this is not just any model. Anthropic says Mythos can identify and exploit zero-day vulnerabilities across every major operating system and every major browser.
Number 1. Why did this launch feel more like a security alert than a product drop? To understand why the Treasury angle hit so hard, you have to start with how Mythos entered the world. Anthropic did not launch Claude Mythos Preview the way most labs launch a new model. There was no broad public rollout and no consumer-first pitch about convenience. Instead, on April 7, Anthropic introduced Mythos through Project Glasswing, a limited initiative focused on helping defenders secure critical software before similar capabilities spread more widely. That alone changes the mood. When a company launches a model through a controlled cyber defense program instead of an open release, it sends a clear message. This system may be useful, but it may also be too sensitive to treat like normal AI news. Anthropic said Project Glasswing includes major partners such as Amazon Web Services, Apple, Cisco, CrowdStrike, Google, JPMorgan Chase, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Palo Alto Networks. It also said it is committing up to $100 million in usage credits and support for open source security work. That is not how companies talk when they are chasing casual users. That is how they talk when they think the clock may already be ticking. Then came the claim that made people stop scrolling. Anthropic said Mythos had already identified thousands of high-severity vulnerabilities, including across major operating systems and browsers. Suddenly, this was not just a story for AI fans. It became a story for banks, governments, security teams, and infrastructure operators.
Reuters added more pressure by reporting that experts warned Mythos could create serious consequences for financial institutions, especially because banks rely on giant mixtures of modern systems and aging software. So by the time Bloomberg Law reported that Treasury's tech team was seeking access, it did not feel random. It felt like the next escalation in a story that had already moved from lab announcement to institutional concern.
Number 2. What can Mythos actually do? And why does it sound so unsettling? At the center of this story is one unsettling question. What exactly can Mythos do that makes Anthropic handle it so differently? Anthropic describes Mythos Preview as its most capable model yet for coding and agentic tasks. In plain English, that means it is not just good at discussing software. It can inspect it, reason through it, and pursue longer chains of technical action with less handholding. What makes it alarming is the cybersecurity side. Anthropic's security write-up says Mythos found and exploited zero-day vulnerabilities in every major operating system and every major browser during testing. It described examples involving browser exploit chains, local privilege escalation, and remote code execution. It also said the model outperformed earlier systems in tasks tied to vulnerability discovery and exploitation. But here is the detail that changes the emotional weight of the story. Anthropic said even engineers without formal security training were sometimes able to ask Mythos to search for major vulnerabilities overnight and wake up to complete results. That doesn't just suggest raw power. It suggests the possibility that a capability once concentrated among elite specialists may be getting easier to reach, faster to use, and harder to contain.
That is why experts quoted by Reuters described Mythos as a step change. The concern is not only that the model is strong, the concern is that it may lower the skill barrier and shorten the time between finding weaknesses and knowing how to exploit them. And that is where this becomes more than a technical breakthrough. Every leap in AI capability creates two races at once. There is the obvious race to build the better model. Then there is the quieter race that matters just as much. Can defenders, governments, and critical institutions adapt before the capability spreads? Anthropic's answer, for now, is restricted access. That is why Mythos feels less like a product launch and more like a warning wrapped inside a model announcement.
Number 3. Why should ordinary people care about a model they may never touch? A lot of viewers will hear all of this and ask the most reasonable question in the world. Why should I care if I am never going to use Mythos myself? Because you do not need to touch a model like this for its effects to reach you. Most people live on top of software they never think about. Your banking app, salary payments, online shopping, identity checks, cloud tools used by your job, hospital systems, travel systems. The hidden digital plumbing of daily life is everywhere, and most of it depends on software layers that are more connected and more fragile than people realize. Reuters reported that banks are especially exposed because they operate vast combinations of new systems and decades-old technology. If a model like Mythos can surface hidden weaknesses across environments that look similar across institutions, one capability leap does not stay neatly contained. That is where this story stops feeling abstract. Imagine waking up and finding your bank app down. Imagine salary payments delayed. Imagine security teams scrambling to figure out whether they are facing a routine issue or a new kind of AI-assisted exploit chain. That is the kind of scene that makes this story feel real.
Axios pushed the public risk even further by reporting that banks and policymakers are increasingly worried not just about AI-enhanced consumer fraud, but about infrastructure-level attacks that could affect how money moves and how digital trust is maintained. There is a positive side, too. A model like Mythos could help defenders move faster, identify dangerous weaknesses first, and pressure test fragile systems before attackers do. But the tension never goes away. If defensive adaptation is slow and capabilities spread fast, the danger rises before the protection does. That is why Treasury's reported interest is such a powerful signal. It suggests officials do not want.
Number 4. What are experts and institutions seeing that the public is only starting to notice? One of the best ways to judge whether an AI story is truly big is to ignore the hype for a moment and ask a simpler question. How are the serious institutions around the story reacting? In the case of Mythos, the reaction has been unusually sharp. Reuters reported that experts warned the model could expose legacy banking systems to severe cyber risk, especially because many financial firms depend on similar software, overlapping vendors, and deeply interconnected infrastructure. That matters because risk in finance is rarely isolated. A weakness that looks technical inside one system can become much bigger when many institutions share the same assumptions and blind spots. Axios added another layer by reporting that top financial officials and bank leaders were already thinking in terms of worst-case scenarios tied to AI-enabled attacks on the infrastructure of money itself. That is a very different conversation from one about better chatbots or faster coding assistants. And then there is Anthropic's own language. The company is not presenting Mythos like a casual upgrade. Through Project Glasswing, Anthropic is talking about broad coordination, critical software, and the role governments must play in securing systems for the AI era.
Here is the reveal that makes this even more interesting. The story is not only that Mythos may be dangerous in the wrong hands. The story is that the people closest to the infrastructure of modern finance appear to be reacting as if they cannot afford to stay passive anymore. That is a huge shift. For years, the AI race has mostly been framed around benchmarks, user growth, product features, and market share. Mythos introduces a harder question. Who is ready for the consequences of a capability jump when the stakes are no longer just commercial, but institutional? Who decides when a model is too sensitive for wide release? Who gets access first? And who moves fast enough when the systems beneath modern life may be more vulnerable than anyone wants to admit?
Number 5. Are we watching the start of a more restricted and more strategic AI era? So where does this go next? Mythos may matter not only because of what it can do today, but because of what it signals about tomorrow. Anthropic's own material suggests the company sees this as the beginning of a wider transition, not the endpoint. Project Glasswing says defenders may have years of work ahead, while model capabilities could keep improving in a matter of months. That gap between how fast AI advances and how fast institutions can adapt may become one of the defining pressures of the next era. If that is true, then several major questions move from theory into reality very quickly. Will more frontier models be launched through gated access programs instead of public rollouts? Will governments seek privileged review of models that cross certain cyber thresholds? Will banks, cloud providers, and critical infrastructure operators be expected to harden themselves specifically against AI-assisted vulnerability discovery and exploitation? And will the public accept tighter controls on the most powerful systems, or become even more uneasy that so much capability is concentrated inside a few labs and institutions? This is why the Bloomberg Law report on Treasury seeking access is so powerful. It hints at a new relationship between frontier AI labs and the state. Not some distant future relationship, a present one. And if that relationship deepens, the AI race may stop looking like a pure product race. It may become more strategic, more selective, and more tightly connected to national resilience. Because even if Mythos itself remains tightly controlled, the trend it represents probably will not. More models will get better at reasoning through software. More models will get stronger at finding hidden weaknesses. More models will automate technical tasks that once demanded specialized expertise. And when that happens, the real dividing line may not be who built the smartest system first. It may be who prepared early enough for what those systems would mean once they reached the machinery of finance, infrastructure, and public trust. The April 14 story is not simply that Treasury reportedly wants access to Anthropic's Mythos. It is that one of the clearest signals yet has emerged that frontier AI may be entering a new class of consequence. A class where the most advanced models are judged not only by how impressive they are, but by how much they matter to cyber defense, financial stability, infrastructure security, and institutional trust. Once AI reaches the point where major institutions feel they need direct visibility into what a model can do, the old conversation starts to fall away. At that point, this is not just about better prompts or smarter assistance. It becomes about power. It becomes about preparedness. It becomes about who gets access first and why. So here is the question I want to leave with you. If an AI model is powerful enough that governments want access before the public gets it, should that make you feel safer or more worried? Because that may turn out to be one of the most important AI questions of 2026. And this story may be where that question truly begins.